Do you often meet people who live their life the right way? And what is living a life the right way? Maybe what I think is right is completely wrong for the other person, and vice versa. Well, today we will discuss who are the mediocre people and why you shouldn't be like them. If you go outside and you get out of your comfort zone of using a mobile phone, you can easily notice that most people smoke, drink, and party. And that is my simple observation in a long time. And you would say, yeah, well, that's obvious, that's normal, right? But since when was it normal to poison yourself every day? So let's start with smoking. Like, what is the point of smoking even? The problem I have with smoking personally is that when you smoke, you don't only intoxicate yourself, but people around you. So to me, people who smoke are really selfish because they don't care the harm they do to other people around them. And most smokers don't really care about it. So I might get a lot of hate, as some of my viewers might be smokers or people who drink alcohol and going to justify their actions in the comments. Feel free to do that. Explain to me, why do you think this is okay and fine? I would gladly read the comments and answer, but I do not really understand what is the point of smoking. Not only this is a financial burden for many people, like people don't have money to buy simple things, but they still buy cigarettes. And they buy something that intoxicates them, that hurts their financial well-being. Like I see homeless people out there who don't have food, shelter, but as soon as they get money, first two things they buy, cigarettes and alcohol. What? I understand those are addictions, but can't we use some bit of discipline left inside of us to decide what really matters the most, our survival or some cigarettes? Screw if I'm gonna die today or tomorrow, I better have my last cigarette. I don't get that. Like, what? And to say that I haven't had an addiction, I did have one, but it's of course not a serious kind of addiction like drugs, cigarettes, or alcohol. It was simply eating chips. But I do consider it actual addiction because I couldn't quit eating chips. Specifically Lay's and Doritos, they are like most toxic chips ever. This is like anti-advertisement, but to me, they were so addictive that I could not stop eating them until I had some problems with my health. And even then, I couldn't stop. Then I forcefully tried to replace it with other things like nuts, like popcorn made at home, you know, or some other snacks like fruits. If I wanted to snack, I'll just eat a carrot, or I'll just eat an apple, or I will just eat anything, just not this, or dark chocolate. So you would say that's in the category of sweets, but still, whatever it is, because the point of eating chips is distracting yourself from actually eating a whole meal. So like snacking. So you can snack with something sweet or sour or salty, you know. In my case, I would eat some carrots to have this crunch, or nuts. Nuts were the best, but then I got sick of them, to be honest. Now I don't eat nuts as much as I used to. But they will definitely work. If you try to fight your addictions, for example, in a smoke break, you want to smoke really bad, but there's no smoking, just go for a walk. Listen to music while you're going for a walk. Distract yourself with other people. Fight your addictions. Don't accept them and do not normalize them because they hurt you in the long run. Why would you kill yourself? Like, let's say you hypothetically have got X amount of years. You yourself make it less. You take away that limited time that you've got on this planet. You yourself, your worst enemy. Why? You can change it tomorrow. Maybe you you made this mistake and you kept drinking because you felt like it or because it makes you calm. That's what I often hear, that alcohol or cigarettes help you with stress, but problems don't disappear. Stress comes from problems, and if you drink or smoke, your problems don't disappear. You just try to dilute them, to not see them, ignore them, but they don't disappear. It's just an illusion. But if you actually tackled towards solving this problem, then it would be less of a stress because eventually you will solve it. Whatever problem, whatever difficulty in life you're facing, it's solvable unless you take action towards it. But if you try to do something else, like partying, distracting yourself, you get far from solving that problem. So it will keep hurting you again and again and again. And you yourself hurt yourself. You yourself hurt yourself, basically, by drinking and smoking. And when it comes to partying, it's not just going to the party and spending some time having fun, dancing and stuff. It's good to socialize, right? But there are better ways to socialize, obviously. But the problem with partying is that you drink, and when you drink, it's not just the time you drink, you feel bad and stuff, or the night. It's sometimes 2 days you feel bad. I personally did not have experience with alcohol, but I've seen people who did. Like my ex-roommate, she was drinking a lot, for example, and I would see the consequence of drinking yesterday, the day after it. So it's not really good, you know. So not only takes away from the day that you had, but also in the future day because you feel like vegetable. You know, you cannot function, you feel bad. Your brain is not in the full performance, you know. How are you going to tackle your real life problems the next day if the previous day you were having fun and drinking? You know, there's balance to everything. Of course, you can drink some wine, it's even healthier option. However, still there's actually a study that says that there's no healthy amount of alcohol. But about the wine, like if it's little small portion, then it's not so bad. But if it's like a lot, then in the same way as any other alcoholic drink like beer or vodka would affect you. So just keep that in mind. Maybe if you want to drink, but you just have to drink a small portion, like a wine. But there is no healthy amount of vodka to drink and say, oh, this is gonna sanitize me or whatever. That's what my dad used to say. Seriously, that would be his excuse, especially in the COVID. Oh, you know, that will help me to stay like healthier and stuff. But what? That's not gonna help you. So anyway, stop making excuse, pull yourself together, and you'll definitely quit your bad habits and become a better version of you and enjoy your life. Peace.